Here is an easy and step-by-step process of how I created a frame for myself using a carton. And you heard me right, I created a frame using a carton, and there is a reason why I decided to go on this project, which I'll be sharing on the vlog. But on this video, this is a step-by-step process. So first of all, these are the materials that you need for the project. You need your carton, so I have mine here. The next thing I'm going to be working with is 2 black cardboard paper, and this is the hard type of the cardboard paper. You can see the texture. This is the hard type, and I made use of 2 black cardboard paper. Now you can use any color of your choice. I used black because I wanted black. I also made use of 1 white cardboard paper, and this also is the hard type of the cardboard paper. Again, you can use any color of your choice depending on what you're creating. I had a scissors because I'll be making a lot of cuts, and I need the scissors to make those cuts, okay, on the cardboard and on the carton. I made use of an application brush, and you need this for applying the glue to the cardboard or the carton. So 1 is enough, but I had 2 with me. And last but not the least, I made use of the top bond glue, and this is going to be gluing the project together, okay? So this is the glue to the project. Let's get started. The first thing I need you to know is that the type of frame that I'm creating needs only 2 parts, the board and the frame. So we're going to create the board separately, create the frame, and then glue them together. And now this is the carton I'm working with. I'm just going to piece them apart so I can get the length and the width of the carton I need. Now I have the 2 carton paper that I need, and this is of the same size. Width 17 inches, length 26 inches. So you can see I have 2 carton here, and they are of the same width and length. I'm just showing you that I have 2 equal carton paper here. Ignore the one on the floor. That one is for a separate frame, but then the one I'm holding on my hand, I have 2 same size, and I'm going to keep one aside to work on one. So on the one that I am working on, I'm going to mark 1.5 inch around the carton, okay? So ignore the second carton, the smaller one there, because I said I used that for a second frame. So while filming this video, I wanted to create the both frames together and make it a one video, but then I found out that it was too lengthy. So then I just made that part 1 and 2. Like, this is going to be the part 1 and the other one is going to be the part 2. But then on the main carton that I'm working on, I'm just going to mark 1.5 inch round, and you can see that that is exactly what I'm doing. Around the carton paper, the 4 square of the carton paper, I am marking 1.5, okay, and this is the result. So we're going to cut around the remaining part of the 1.5, like the inside of the 1.5, just where we made the lines. We're going to cut around it, and I did that off the camera, and now I'm just going to show you. This is it. I cut around it, and I'm going to take this aside and keep it. I don't need it anymore. Now I'm just going to apply my glue, my top bond glue. I'm going to be applying that around this carton paper, okay? So I'm using my application brush. Like I said, you need this to apply your glue. Please do not use your bare hand. Use your application brush to do the application of the glue on the carton. So you can see how I am rubbing the glue on the carton, and this part of the carton that I am creating right now, this part is what I'm going to be using as the frame, okay? So I'm using this as the frame, and once I have my glue applied, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to be placing this on my black cardboard paper. Okay, so this is one of my black cardboard paper, and I'm just going to place the frame on it so I can wrap this cardboard around the frame. And you can see that as I am placing this on the cardboard, I made sure that I had like allowances around the frame, okay, the carton paper that I place on the cardboard, I make sure that there is allowances. Now I'm gonna confirm if the SS I have on the cardboard is up to 1.5, and once I have that confirmation, I'm going to trim the other part that is not 1.5. I'm going to trim it to become 1.5, so that the four corners of this cardboard is 1.5 round. Okay, so the extras I have around my carton is 1.5 round on the cardboard paper, on the black cardboard paper, so you know the difference. So once that is done, this is how the back looks. Okay, this is what we have, and we're going to take the next step. So the next step, I'm going to fold round the carton. Okay, I'm folding my cardboard on the carton, and I'm going to fold round it. So there's a reason why I am making this fold, and you guys are going to find out soon. So go ahead and make the fold with me. Just fold the four corners of the carton, and see, after folding, you're going to get this mark, okay, like a 4 square mark on each of the edges. And what I did was just cut it out. I'm going to cut it out, but before then I'm going to show you what I mean, so you know exactly what I'm cutting out. So once I made the fold around the 4 edges, I had this mark. Okay, this is what I was looking for, this mark. So I'm just going to use my scissors and cut this off, and this is going to help the cardboard lay flat on the carton without having any pokey edges or anything. Okay, so I have gone ahead to cut the 4 corners. You can see 4 corners is cut, and now we can fold successfully without having any obstruction, and that was the reason. Next, I'm going to apply glue around the cardboard paper. Now my black cardboard paper, I'm going to apply my top bond glue around it. Once I apply the top bond glue, I'm going to fold it on the carton paper. Okay, just watch and you will definitely understand the whole process. It's very easy. So once I have the glue, I'm going to fold it like this on the carton. So I'm folding my black cardboard paper on the carton like this, and you see, this is exactly what I want it to do. I want it to lay flat. So I'll go ahead and fold in the rest, and here we go. This is what I have. All 4 sides of the cardboard has been folded. Okay, I've not folded this part. Now I have folded it. Okay, so all 4 sides of the cardboard paper have been folded on the carton, and this is what we have. We're not done with the frame. We're going to be taking another step. Now the next step we need to take is we're going to be making the mark on the carton paper or the cardboard. Okay, I'm going to be making an X mark like this on the cardboard paper, the black cardboard. And after making the mark, I realized that the marker I used was not clear, but you guys can see what my hands are doing. You can see that I'm trying to make an X on the 4 corners, and once I am successful, I'm gonna use my scissors and cut it off. Okay, so this is what I mean. It is a little bit visible here. I had to bring it close so you see. So we're going to cut through the X. We're going to open it up. So I'm going to start from the middle where the X meets, and then I'll just cut. And what I'm cutting is the X. Okay, I'm cutting following the X, and I'm making sure that I get to the edge of each 4 corners. Now I'm going to fold. I'll fold this cardboard paper on the carton like this. Okay, and why I'm folding first is that I want to cut out the excess, and I want to know the excess that I'm cutting out. So folding it first is going to show me the excess. You know that this is a cardboard paper, right? So when you fold, you always get a mark from the fold. So after folding, I now know the excess I need to cut. I'll follow the line that I have created from folding and cut out the excess. So you see what I mean? Now the cardboard paper can sit properly on the carton. You can see that I left only 1.5, and which is what I needed. So I'm going to cut out the rest, and then we can go ahead and apply glue on the cardboard and now fold it properly on the carton. Okay, of course we're going to be doing this together. Once I am done cutting off excess, I can easily fold and have this result. Okay, this is the result I am going for. And now I'm just going to go ahead and grab my application brush and my glue so I can glue the cardboard paper on the carton. Simple, right? So with this, you can create any frame of your choice. The size and the width is up to you. So when I apply the glue on the cardboard paper, I will just go ahead and fold this on the carton like I did before. Okay, so if you want this to easily glue, make sure that it dries first before you try to glue. Okay, before you try to press it down on the carton. So this is the result I'm going for, and you can see that on this side it is rough, but on this side it is clean. I'm going to do the rest and we're going to see the result. Okay, so this is what I have. This is the clean side of the frame. Okay, this is the result I was going for, and I got what I was going for. Now this is the frame, and the next thing we're going to do is create the board. And let me show you guys the rough side of the frame. Okay, when I turn this like this, this is the rough side of the frame, and this is the side we're going to be gluing to the board. Okay, so when we glue this side to the board, you're not going to see it anymore on the frame. The frame is just going to be all clean from the right side, that other good side that you saw. So let's go ahead and create the board. Now to create the board, I'm going to grab the other carton paper that I dropped. Remember, we had two sides, the same length and width. So yeah, I'm going to be working on this now. What I will do is I'll go ahead and apply my glue on the carton paper, and I'm doing this on one side. Okay, and I'm just going to spread my glue, you know, around the carton. So once I'm done gluing one side of the carton, I'll bring in my white cardboard paper. Okay, and I'll glue my carton to the white cardboard paper. So why I am using a white cardboard paper for this side is that this is going to be the good side of the board, the side where I want to be visible on my frame. So that's why I'm using white. Okay, I'm going to cut out the excess. I just want little or no excess around my carton. Okay, so now this is going to be the good side of my frame, but because of why doing this project I stained the white, I went ahead to bring out some print out that I have, and I'm going to be gluing the print out to that good side. Okay, so this was not planned. While creating the frame, I stained the white side of my board, at the good side of my board where I wanted to be visible, and the next option that came to my mind was just to bring out a printout that I made and just glue it to that side. Okay, so I'm using my top bond glue to glue the printout. This printout, I made it for 100 naira each of them. These are quotes that I had on my phone, and I printed it out on a paper. So I'm just gluing that paper now on my board. Okay, so that when I'm done, this is what it looks like. Okay, so because it was like 4 printouts that I attached together, I glued together, I needed to cover that. You see what it is showing? It is showing the lines of the paper. I needed to cover it up. I went ahead to use an Ankara to do this. Okay, so I sewed an Ankara into a strap, and I'm going to use that to cover that sign that it shows that these are printouts. I don't want it to look like a printout. I want it to look like something that, you know, that came together, because the quotes on this are almost the same. They're almost saying the same thing. I'm going to show you guys the quotes one day and we're going to talk about it. Okay, it says as above so below, and yeah, I just want it to look like same quote and not a printout, and I'm using my Ankara for that. Okay, so I'm using my Ankara to cover out the points or the edges where it shows that it's a printout. You can see I made a cross with the Ankara, and what the Ankara is doing is it is helping me cover those lines. Okay, so once we're done with that, we're going to cover the back of the carton with a black cardboard paper. Okay, that's my board here. I'm going to be covering the back. You know, the back is still a carton and we don't want it to be like that. We want it to be covered, and I'm going to be using my black cardboard paper for that. Okay, so what I did is place my board on the black cardboard paper, and I cut around it, leaving half an inch or 0.75 inch just to fold it on the board like this. Okay, so round the four edges of my cardboard paper I left 0.5 inch round, and I'm going to be folding it on my board like this. On the printout, I'm going to fold it on the printout. So what I'm doing now is to fold and get those edges we used before. Okay, we've used these edges before. You see that edges? We used it before. So I folded it out, and then I am about to apply glue to this so that when I glue my board, I can cut out those edges and fold it on my board. Let me not talk too much. I'm going to carry you guys along, of course. Okay. So once I am done applying the glue on the cardboard, I just place my board back. That's my carton paper back, and it is going to automatically glue together. Okay, and now I can cut out those edges I was talking about. That is why I made the fold. I'll cut that edges so that when I fold my cardboard paper on my carton or on my board, it lays really flat. Okay, so cutting out these edges eliminates any fold or any rough edges from folding cartons or cardboard on each other. So once I was done with that, I'm applying glue to the excess that I folded, that's on the cardboard. I'll apply glue so that it can glue on my printout and not fall out. Okay, it can glue together and become one. Okay. I'm going to still bring it close so that you see what I mean. So once I was done folding around the four corners of my carton, so this is what I mean. You can see that my black cardboard paper is glued on the printout, like it's glued on the right side of my board, and we're done with this board. Okay, so this is what the board looks like. You can see that everything here is looking like it's looking beautiful. I actually really enjoy the whole process. Okay, and we've gotten to the last part of the video. We're going to be gluing the frame that we created first to the board, and I told you guys that what we're going to be doing is using the rough side of the frame to glue on the board like this. Okay, and this is going to be the final result once we're done gluing. Okay, so now I'm just going to apply my glue to the wrong side, that's rough side of the frame. I'm applying my glue so that when I place this on my board, it sticks together and become one. Once that is done, I'll bring in the board again, and then I'll place my frame like this. Now making sure that the rough side of my frame is what I am placing on the board, and it has a glue already and it's just going to glue automatically. I'll let this dry for a while, but before then I had to press it down so many times, and then I let it dry. I will show you guys the result. Yes, this was not professionally done, but me, I was very proud of this particular frame. This ended up to becoming everybody's favorite because of the thing I did with the Ankara, and I was proud. Yes, so I made a lot of frames, and I'm going to be showing you guys how I made those, like some of it, not all. But yeah, thank you for watching this particular video. Don't forget to like, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.